Hi, Bob. Welcome to the Unofficial For All Mankind podcast, an immersive timeline experience from the year 2003 to 2012. I'm your host, William D. Talixon. This podcast is all about the Apple TV Plus show, alternate history sci-fi drama For All Mankind, which poses the question, what if the Soviets landed on the moon first? If you haven't watched the show, please do so first. It is phenomenal. The show features great characters, emotional scenes, flawless direction, and impeccable writing. Of course, epic action. It pays homage to previous sci-fi shows in space history, making it one of the most underrated television shows right now on Apple TV Plus and beyond. If you have watched the final episode of Season 4 Perestroika, skip to listen. If you haven't watched Season 4, nor have watched any of my previous timeline installments, please watch those first to avoid spoilers that we'll be talking about happening in this episode. So, I am back from a hiatus. So, unfortunately, I was not able to record last week because the podcast system wasn't working, but I moved to a new computer and it is working. So, that's cool. So, if we can recall in the last episode of the For All Mankind podcast, we discussed potential events that might happen in 2006. So remember, this is just speculation. I am unsure what the creators of the show will put in the news montage, but I'm just guessing from events happening in Season 4 and just stuff that would make sense to happen if it would happen in Season 5. So remember, I made a significant change to the narrative by introducing John McCain as president, and then I killed him off. So, it leads to Joe Lieberman assuming the presidency. He got his dream running mate instead of that hockey mom from Alaska. We will see that hockey mom from Alaska again, but, so great movie, game change. So while this scenario is unlikely to occur in the actual news montage for Season 5, I included it in my predictions for the series, suggesting that Hillary Clinton may become president in that season. This serves as a thematic connection to guide us toward that possibility. Additionally, we explored major developments from the year 2006 in the For All Mankind universe, including the discovery of microbial life forms at Korolev Crater, the establishment of a Mars Peacekeeper Security Force, which has been featured in previews of Season 5, and a possible exploration of the Saturn moon Titan as referenced on the Reddit leak I talked back, and various real-world historical events that align with our timeline. So before we get started at 2007, I have some casting updates, but not about For All Mankind. So, when For All Mankind Season 5 was renewed, Apple TV Plus ordered a show called Star City, which would explore the Soviet side of the moon landing. So it's going to be in the For All Mankind universe, but only it's going to be told from a Soviet perspective. So we may see guest characters pop up, but it's going to be from a Russian side. We may get to learn about Irina's backstory, which would be cool. Sergei's backstory, it's going to be great. So we have our first casting update on that show. So we have Evans, I don't know how to say his name. I feel like I should have learned, but he's from the Harry Potter movies. He'll be portraying the architect of the Russian space program. I'm going to guess it's Sergei Korolev, who we saw in Season 2 with Danielle in Moscow, but I assume it is him. They haven't said yet. And then another lady was cast playing a KGB operative. I'm probably guessing it's not Irina, just because it's going to take place in the early 60s it'd be cool to see Lakia, the dog that sadly died in space. It would be a devastating episode, but it would be so well done. Just keep on the lookout for Star City updates. I don't expect it to come out till late 2026, but it's just something to look forward to as Season 5 is going on. But I believe Season 5 will obviously come first, obviously. So, I just wanted to talk about that. So now we're gearing up for an exciting episode about the year 2007. Are you ready to get your Goldilocks on? This episode will focus entirely on the year 2007. So, my first event that I'll be choosing for the year 2007, the For All Mankind universe, mirrors an event that happened in January 2025. So, the the Los Angeles wildfires ravaged against Los Angeles County in 2025. So I decided to have those wildfires happen 18 years earlier in 2007. But before I get into it, I just want to offer my condolences to all the families affected by all the fires, all the celebrities. Celebrities are people too. I hope that local officials, Karen Bass, Gavin Newsom, and I heard Kamala Harris is even working there too, helping local officials get all the supplies needed. They put out all of the main fires. I believe the Palisades fire is extinguished, but I just want to offer my heart to the people of LA. You have been in my prayers every night, and I wish the best for you. The Southern California wildfires of 2007 inflicted devastating damage across Los Angeles County, notably affecting wealthy areas such as Malibu, Pacific Palisades, Pasadena, Hollywood Hills, and even Sunset Boulevard. These fires were particularly impactful as numerous celebrities lost their homes, drawing widespread media attention and concern. The economic reparations were staggering, with damages estimated at an unprecedented $2.1 trillion. Highlighting the catastrophic nature of the disaster. Rapid response of local and state officials at the time received acclaim, with Los Angeles Mayor Clint Eastwood and California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger being praised for their efforts. However, their response was hindered by a lack of essential firefighting equipment and resources. This shortfall needed federal assistance to combat the raging fires effectively. Despite the local and state officials' proactive measures, President Lieberman faced significant scrutiny for his delayed reaction to the national crisis. While attending a diplomatic meeting with South African leaders in Africa, he opted not to interrupt his engagements to return home immediately. This decision sparked condemnation and mixed reactions across the political spectrum, as many felt that his focus should have been redirected towards addressing the urgent disaster back in California. It's likely that commentators, especially that one guy in the fictional Eagle News, will have strong opinions on his administration and will continue to scrutinize Lieberman's handling of the situation, much to the chagrin of his supporters. In February 2007, the expansion of the M8 alliance marked a pivotal moment in the push for space colonization, prompting an influx of interest from various nations, particularly those from the developing world. This growing curiosity about Mars and the potential for private enterprise in the extraterrestrial exploration encouraged countries to join the MA. Notable new members included China, which sought to bolster its technological prowess, South Korea looking to enhance its space capabilities, Israel with its innovative space research, Egypt and South Africa both eager to assert their presence in the new space race, Nigeria striving to diversify its economy with the space program, and Colombia and Indonesia aiming to participate in the benefits of space exploration. Additionally, nations like the Philippines, Pakistan, Thailand, and Brazil, the latter emerging rapidly as a significant superpower in the competitive realm of space exploration, became part of this coalition. The surge in membership effectively transformed the M8 alliance into the Mars Confederation, a coalition now comprising of 20 distinct nations and unions, each with its own space programs and aspirations. The newly formed confederation sought to align itself with the Mars Peacekeeper Security Force, an organization dedicated to maintaining peace and fostering cooperation in Martian and broader space relationships. Through cooperative efforts, the Mars Confederation aimed to ensure sustainable development on Mars while promoting diplomatic relationships among its member nations, thus setting the stage for a new era of interstellar cooperation and exploration in the world. In March of 2007, the long-standing conflict in Saudi Arabia has finally reached a resolution, with the establishment of a ground-pounding pact between the OPEC nations in the newly formed Paris Climate Agreement. This historic agreement lays the groundwork for the OPEC nations to cautiously resume oil production, about with the implementation of tariffs aimed at regulating oil prices in response to the global climate concerns. Recalling the events from Season 4 news montage, the war in Saudi Arabia erupted primarily over oil resources, leading to significant geopolitical turmoil in that area. It was mentioned later in Season 4 when a female news anchor from Eagle News highlighted the severity of the conflict, providing updates on the humanitarian situation and signaling a car bomb. This segment was particularly notable because, as you can remember, it preceded a dramatic outburst by Aleda regarding Moscow embargo, capturing the tensions not just in the Middle East, but also within the narrative of the show. Mirroring the real world, in April of 2007, the Virginia Tech shooting occurred in April of 2007 when undergraduate student Sun Hoi Cho committed a mass shooting spree that killed 32 students and left 17 injured. Diverting from the real history where Cho killed himself after the shooting, instead he was apprehended by police in this alternate universe and stood trial under 32 counts of terrorism and first-degree murder charges and 17 counts of terrorism. He was guilty and sentenced to death via lethal infection. President Lieberman created an executive order with the Democratic Senate and House that passed a national assault ban that prohibited the use of firearms without a license and a behavior proficiency test, advocating for universal background checks. Even for a Republican at that time, this was extreme. Several Democrats and all Republicans from both sides of the spectrum, as it limits the right to bear arms as presented in the Second Amendment. His rival in the Democratic primary, Hillary Rodham, says that this is a threat to Second Amendment rights, but agrees that there needs to be some sort of background checks for people with guns, but doesn't require a license for people to carry. We move on to May of 2007. Tragedy struck the world when Prince Charles of Wales and Camilla, Duchess of Sussex, were involved in a catastrophic motorcade accident in Paris. The couple was returning from a lavish evening at the renowned Ritz Hotel when their limousine collided within a tunnel wall, resulting in the immediate and devastating impact that claimed the lives of all passengers, including Charles and Camilla. The news sent shockwaves across the globe, with millions of mourners expressing their sorrows in a nation that collectively grieved. At disbelief at the ultimate loss of beloved royals, a heartbroken Queen Elizabeth II made a poignant appearance on British television as tears went streaming down her face as she honored the memory of her son and daughter-in-law. Their eldest son, Prince William, was now first in line to the British throne. With the world watching, he prepared to take on the monumental responsibilities that came with the crown, as he was destined to become King William come September 2022. Reflecting on the alternate realities, it is noteworthy that in the Season 2 news montage, a news clip depicted a different trajectory for the royal family, showing Charles marrying Camilla instead of his first wife Diana. In this timeline, Diana never achieved the title of Princess Diana. Instead, she lived a more private and personal life away from the constraints of royal duties and media scrutiny. This shift in history has led fans and historians, including myself, pondering the what-ifs of royal lineage in public perception. We move on to June of 2007. The Mars Peacekeeper Security Force, following a thorough investigation and joint operations between the United States and the former USSR, has officially decided to file criminal charges against Mike Bishop and Timur Anilov. Both are veteran government secret agents, with Bishop affiliated with the CIA and Anilov serving in the KGB. They are facing serious allegations, including misconduct in the line of duty and attempted murder related to their involvement in the violent incidents affecting two Helios workers that was tied to the 2003 Helios riot during the Goldilocks mission heist, during which Bishop and Anilov are accused of unlawfully ambushing the North Korean operative compound. This ambush not only escalated tensions between factions, but also triggered widespread unrest among workers at the Helios facility below Happy Valley. As a result of these findings, both agents have been sentenced to significant prison terms in their respective countries. Mike Bishop received a 10-year sentence, while Timur Anilov has been handed a 20-year term in a Russian gulag. They will serve their sentences in the Mars correctional facilities, while Anilov will be going back to the USSR. So the Mars Correctional Facility is a high-security institution known for its housing dangerous offenders. In a separate but related development, the Mars Peacekeeper Security Force has made a sweeping decision to pardon all individuals involved in the infamous Goldilocks asteroid heist. This heist has been a matter of high profile and debate, but the decision to absolve those associated with it marks a significant turning point in the investigation, reflecting a focus on other pressing security concerns on Mars, and that the asteroid program is supported worldwide. It doesn't mean that in season 5 the characters will face demons about participating in that heist, but here they've got off easy. In August of 2007, the stock market is starting to experience unprecedented economic success, reaching record highs largely due to the influx of iridium brought to Earth from the recently discovered asteroid known as Goldilocks. This rare and valuable metal has fueled innovation and investment across various industries, significantly boosting investor confidence in market performance. However, despite this remarkable financial growth, many individuals are still grappling with job scarcity on Earth, particularly those who previously worked in the coal sector. This transition away from fossil fuels has left a lasting impact on communities in Middle Appalachia that relied on coal mining for livelihoods, creating a stark contrast between the booming market and the ongoing struggle for employment among those affected by these changes. In September of 2007, Elon Musk has officially launched a groundbreaking technological venture called BotChat. This initiative company aims to revolutionize the way individuals and businesses interact through advanced conversational AI systems. BotChat is designed to create seamless, intuitive communication tools that utilize cutting-edge natural language processing and machine learning algorithms. By enabling dynamic, real-time conversations, BotChat aspires to enhance user experience across various platforms, bridging the gap between human interaction and digital communication. With Musk's vision at the helm, BotChat is set to redefine the landscape of technology. In October 2007, real estate mogul Donald Trump has officially declared his candidacy for the Democratic nomination for president. In a surprising shift from his traditional Republican platform in the real world, he has outlined a bold agenda that includes drastic cuts to military funding, a wall along the southern border. In a political landscape, Trump first ascended to the presidency as a Republican in 2016, establishing a significant foothold in American politics. Yet, in this alternate reality, voters largely perceive him as more of a punchline than as a serious contender. His attempts to galvanize support against Arkansas Senator Hillary Rodham, who has emerged a formidable youth base, ultimately fell flat. As a result, Trump's campaign struggles to gain traction, leading to a swift decline in support as he fails to resonate with the new generation voters that emerged with the Rodham campaign. Our final event for 2007, we include an exciting update regarding the Mayflower Initiative on Mars. Harvard University has officially announced the establishment of a permanent university on the Red Planet, making a significant advancement towards the goal of a permanent human colonization. The Mayflower Initiative is nearing completion, with its impressive population of 30,000 individuals currently residing on Mars, and this number steadily increasing in the following years. This initiative not only signifies a monumental leap in our ability to sustain life beyond Earth, but also emphasizes the importance of education, research, in shaping the future of interplanetary communities. The new university will serve as a hub for scientific innovation, cultural exchange, and the development of a sustainable living practice in the unique Martian environment. And that is how 2007 came to an end with a new proposed space college. 2008 is right around the corner with a new president, movie casting updates, and pop culture updates, but that is all in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed talking about the wonderful year of 2007. Let me know if you agree with my predictions and put any stuff you want to see in For All Mankind Season 5. Until next time, thanks to Aaron Parker and Slicer Newsroom. Bye, Bob. Thank you.